up, guys? Luna Wolf from XS here. This is insane. This is a huge, insanely huge change to the top countries. Now, to explain this to the people who don't know, the top countries are my top 5 countries who view me the most in a 28-month, not 28-month, but my bad, a 28-day period, which is about a month. So I usually say these are my top, the countries that view me the most within a month. You know what I'm saying? So this change, it blew me away, like it really did, because I checked it a couple days ago and I was like, wow, that's a big change in the top 5 countries, and I need to do a video on it. And I was going to do a video on it, but I've been really busy, guys. I'm about to do a little bit of traveling, so I can't, do the reactions the way I want to. Plus, with YouTube trying to shut me down, not really. It's really like the UFC has a strike against me or whatever, and it could get me shut down, which I kind of doubt it, but whatever. But I can't remember what I was saying. What was I saying, guys? Okay, so the top 5 countries, Egypt has made it out of nowhere. Egypt wasn't even anywhere near on the list. And Egypt has come out of nowhere to end up on the list. Now, when I checked it a couple days ago, they were number 5 on the list. And I was like, wow, that is really impressive. Now, they are number 3 on the list. It has to be, the only thing I can attribute it to is the Mohamed Salah. I guess that's how you say his name, the soccer player, football player, whatever you call it, whatever country you're from. That's the only thing, because that video got really popular. I'm surprised it didn't get my channel shut down, because it got so popular so quick. And that's the only thing I can attribute it to. So people from Egypt, really appreciate you coming to the table and checking me out. But that's not the big thing. The big thing is not Egypt being number 3 on the list. I kind of feel like this is my fault. The United Kingdom has been knocked from the top spot. I wish there was like a burr, 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 like the foghorn. Burr, burr, burr. And like stuff would be like this. Like burr, burr, burr. There'd be money everywhere. Like, look at all this money. All this money. Get that money. Get that money. Get that money. The good thing with me traveling, you're going to get a lot of videos like this that have nothing to do with the reaction videos. So, wow, there was money on the iPad. So, the United Kingdom has been knocked off the top spot for the first time in an extremely long time. I feel like this is my fault, because who took the top spot? They were slowly creeping up, but they shot up quick at 18.4%. Remember, the United Kingdom was like at 25% or something and stayed there forever. 18.4%. I didn't even announce the name. I almost said the United Kingdom. It's because they've been up there so long, I thought I was going to say them. Ireland. Ireland has knocked the United Kingdom off the top spot for the last month. Ireland at 18.4% knocked the United Kingdom down to number 2. The United Kingdom is now 18.1%. Both of the countries are still way, way ahead of number 3, Egypt, which I already announced. Number 4, Germany, which Germany kind of kept creeping in and creeping out a little bit. I watch this every once in a while. I try not to do the top countries battle video more than once a week, but I've been watching Germany, and they've been creeping in and creeping out. And they're at number 4. Now, if you've noticed, I haven't mentioned a country. There's a country that I have not mentioned. And it's the country that for the longest time, before the United Kingdom became the great oppressor of the top countries battle, long before, was my country, which is the United States, dropped down to number 5 on the list, in danger of being knocked right off the list. Can't believe that. It's crazy. Egypt comes out of nowhere. to claim the number 3 spot, which is awesome. And Ireland beats the unbeatable, the United Kingdom, who was undefeated for so long. Beat the United States, which I didn't think was going to happen. Not on my channel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm from the United States. I think it's hilarious. Number 5, United States. Australia is not far behind the United States. Sweden and Serbia aren't that far behind. And Saudi Arabia came out of nowhere, which, I mean, this is further down the list. I try and stick to the top 5, but 6, 7, 8, 9 is Saudi Arabia, which I've done videos like within miles of Saudi Arabia, and they never even gave me a glance. You know, they were just like, whatever. This crazy American, whatever. But Saudi Arabia, yeah, number 9. Portugal, Netherlands, Finland, Norway, Brazil, Spain, Canada. Brazil, when it used to be, it was when I first started my channel doing reaction videos. When I first started doing the reaction videos, the United States and Brazil were like beating each other up, trying to take the top spot. And then, you know, the United Kingdom was behind them, and then I can't remember who else. I think it was like Canada. Canada's like way down the list, and which I kind of understood. I was like, yeah, I watch fight videos. Brazil's got a big fight culture. The United Kingdom has a big fight culture. America and Canada and all that. A lot of UFC fighters come out of these places, and I mean, this was kind of like the before Conor McGregor blew up and put Ireland back on the map. It's kind of like the fight capital of the world. But yeah, so it blew me away that Ireland, and I think it's my fault because I left Who Is Next Ireland up on the board for so long. Plus, I did a video trying to engage my Ireland followers to get in touch with what's their name, Versatile. And I've actually contacted Versatile, and they haven't contacted me back. And I really appreciate all the Irish people who are trying to, like, they're sending me on Instagram and all that. They're sending me, like, hey, this is who you need to get in touch with. I'm trying because I want to do their video. I don't care if it gets demonetized. I'm fine with that. Like, I don't care about the money. I've said that so many times. I don't care about the money. I don't care if it gets demonetized. But, what I do care about is getting a third copyright strike against me. So I'm afraid to do their video because they become so popular now. I don't want them to be like, who's this guy? Put a copyright strike against them, because that will be my third copyright strike. And then YouTube, it says they will have, like, it says we can shut you down or something like that. But it's not like, it's not like they're not actually going to shut you down. Your channel's just going to be in the scope if you get 3 copyright violations, and if you get 4, you're done. Your channel gets deleted. So, which, I mean, really, like, no lie, I've worked hard on this channel. Y'all have worked hard on this channel. For me, it wouldn't be. I'd be like, oh, my channel got deleted. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people who are actually, the people who are engaged with me, who I consider my friends, that, you know, they follow me on Twitter and Instagram. So I'm not trying to get followers. I thought about this. Nobody has said this. I thought about this. I'm not trying to get followers on Twitter and Instagram. I don't care about that. My Instagram is my fun account. For me, all I do is take photos that I think are cool photos. I don't do anything trying to promote myself. You will be hard-pressed to find a photo of me on my own Instagram. I think there's one right now that's like, 8 photos down the list. I have a gas mask on or whatever. Not a gas mask, but an oxygen mask and all that. My Twitter is kind of my vent place. Like, a lot of my videos get posted to Twitter, but I go to Twitter to kind of like vent against people that anger me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care at all about getting followers there. I'm just saying, if you hit me up on the YouTube comments, more than likely I will see it. But if you hit me up on Twitter or especially Instagram, I will just about definitely see it. Especially Instagram. I don't get a whole lot of Instagram messages. That's the best place to contact me. Me and Lofty Shot. Lofty Shot's one of my very first subscribers, and he hits me up on Instagram all the time, and I comment back like, "What's up, Lofty?" You know what I'm saying? Because Lofty's one of my originals, and like me and Lofty are cool, even though we didn't really get a chance to meet when I was in England, just because it was the schedule, like the traveling schedule and stuff was so strict. I didn't really get a whole lot of time. Plus, I'm in another country. It's tough for me to like just rent a car and drive up. That sounds easy, but for me it was really tough because I'm like having to schedule days off and stuff. I wanted to meet Lofty, but that didn't happen. But like Lofty knows, he can hit me up on Instagram and I'll immediately reply or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I follow Lofty on Instagram. But I get jealous when like Lofty posts a photo of him sitting in a pub drinking beer watching football. Like I'm like, man, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I got to do that a couple times when I was in England, but it was rare because a lot of Americans don't really care that much for soccer, you know, football. They don't really care that much for it. And they're like, I don't want to sit in a pub and drink beer and watch a game that I don't care about. I'm like, I do. Like, I don't know. Y'all know me. I don't know that much about football. Like, I don't know what's going on. I kind of know. I know they want to get the ball in the goal, but that's about it. But I get, like, I'm telling you, if I sit down and watch soccer, like, I did it in Scotland, it was really fun. Me and my buddy who's a big, I don't want to say what team he pulls for. God, I want to say Arsenal, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about this. Me and him sat down and watched a football game, and I was like, this is fun. Like, we're sitting in here with all these British people, and we're drinking beer, and it's fun, and everybody was, like, super cool. The small pubs, dude, in England are the best. I did a video dedicated to them. The small pubs in England they destroy any bar I've ever been to in my life. You know what I'm saying? The people are so nice in pubs in England and the United Kingdom whole. Because, I mean, we went to Scotland. That's where we watched the football game, me and my buddy. And they're so insanely nice. Like, in those pubs, as long as you're not causing a problem, they will definitely not have a problem with you. They didn't even, for the most part, they don't even care. Like, I know, I'm like, all right, they're going to find out I'm American. They're going to ask me a bunch of questions, stuff like that. That's usually how it is. But they didn't care. It's like, you American? I'm like, oh, God, here it comes. I'm like, yeah. They're like, cool. And that was it. I was like, oh, really? All right. I'll go sit down and have my beer. But anyways, I went way too long in this video. Nobody's watching it at this point. But if you want to confuse me in the morning when I wake up, because I'll forget what I did the video about. In the morning, if you want to confuse me and you've watched this long, put question mark in the comment says, I'm not lying. Like, put that and I'll be getting, because I get the, I get alerts like someone commented on your channel. And I open up my phone and it's got your comment there. So, like, I'll be like, what are people, I'm telling you, I'll be like, why are people doing this? And then I'll have to remember, oh, I made a video. I remember now. But anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Ireland, dude, you're rocking it. Egypt, come out of nowhere. UK, you got to get it back. And I've given up on the United States. Y'all are never coming back. Until the next Super Bowl, when I do my Super Bowl reaction, then the United States might make it back up the list. But anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Check me out on SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, and like always, check me out on the street.